Today on Images. Immerse yourself in nature with College of DuPage's natural areas. Celebrate a milestone birthday with COD Cares. And meet COD alumnus and Golden Apple winner, Lisa Buchholz. All of that and more on this edition of Images. Hi, I'm Rio Almaria, admissions representative at College of DuPage. Welcome to Images, the show that keeps you up to date with everything happening here at COD. College of DuPage maintains 3 natural areas on the Glen Ellyn campus: the Russell R. Kirt Prairie, the Ecological Study Area, and the Hoddinott Wildlife Sanctuary. These areas offer a variety of opportunities for students and community members to enjoy the outdoors for both educational and recreational uses.
The natural areas at COD are 40 acres on 3 preserves of prairie, woodland, and other habitats. They were started in 1974 by Professor of Biology at the time, Russell Kirt. The main preserve is what's called now the Russell R. Kirt Prairie, named after the founder, Russell Kirt. This is a 15-acre preserve just south of the Health and Science Center, bordered by College Avenue and Lambert Boulevard. The other preserve is the Ecological Study Area, which is in the northeast corner of campus. It's approximately 12 acres. This is where the woodland area is, so the fully shaded habitat's located over here. And it's across from St. James Church and Willowbrook Wildlife Preserve, bordered by Park Avenue and Falwell Boulevard. And then there's a third preserve, the Hoddinott Wildlife Sanctuary, which is less accessible to the public, located at the southwest corner of campus. And this was donated to the college by a guy, Bert Hoddinott, who wanted it conserved for nature, and we're working to make it more accessible. I think the students and the community have a lot to gain from having these resources on campus. A lot of classes overlap with lessons about prairie and the native Illinois habitat, so it just makes sense that we can have tours, we can talk about habitats, ecosystems, larger ecological issues.
Students love it. It's always fun to go outside on a field trip day. When we take our students outside and they actually get to see and manipulate the living things that we're learning about, it makes it easier to remember their names, easy to remember what their ecological roles are and what they do out there. So I would say being fortunate enough to have the prairie preserves that we have here, huge factor in our student success.
It extends though, as COD Natural Areas is a service learning site. I've had classes from English department, art department, computer departments that come out. They're able to get exposed, they're able to volunteer their time in order to get their service learning hours. And I've had a lot of students that keep coming back afterward because they enjoy the work.
The environmental biology class was the one that introduced me to the prairie, and then I just stuck with it. I actually had most of my hours by the time we could go outside, but I wanted to stick with it. I got to see the results of all the seed we processed. It was like 5-gallon buckets of seed, and we would just spread it throughout the prairie, and it was a lot of fun. And I wanted to see it come to full circle. When you're a biology student, you're taught that every life you observe is kind of your lab, and what you observe is your responsibility to ask questions and experiment with. So to have an actual proper lab of an ecological area like a prairie is great for students.
We have not only students but community members that come every week. We have regular events scheduled such as bird watching tours, native bee tours. So we're constantly trying to add options for students and community members to utilize the areas in a way that's educational for them and a true cultural experience.
I enjoy working here at the COD Prairie just because I enjoy working with plants. Getting to know the plants, getting to see where they grow, the wildlife that's around there. It's a very peaceful setting. There's always something new out there that really I find very interesting.
I see all the natural areas being utilized year-round. In the winter, people find enjoyment from being out in the snow, and you'll see foot tracks on the snow all winter. And in the summer, I'm always running into not only students in the natural areas, but also community members. And that goes for the spring and fall as well. And I hope to keep expanding the amount of people that are exposed to these natural areas, because there is this wonderful resource of trails in their backyard where they can get to experience nature, and I want to help facilitate that.
For more information on the natural restoration and preservation areas at COD, visit cod.edu and search natural areas.
My name is Dana Thompson. I am a counselor and professor at the College of DuPage. I went to the University of Maryland, and I went to Cal State Fullerton for my graduate degree in counseling. My favorite music is jazz, but I kind of like any kind of music. And I like to play with my 5-year-old, who is the joy of my world. I see counseling and advising as a partnership between myself and the student. If they know that they're in it with somebody else, they're more likely to kind of stay connected to the institution. So I always see the partnership aspects of it, because I want them to know that they have another person who's moving forward with them. Knowing that I'm helping somebody else, because when I was in high school, I had a great counselor that helped me through a lot of different things, and so knowing that I'm helping another person kind of reach their goals and do well is what motivates me. It's really the students. That's my favorite part. There's nothing else more about it than the students.
Five years ago, College of DuPage started an initiative with the goal of giving back to the DuPage County community. After completing an impressive number of service events, it's time to celebrate all that has been accomplished by honoring the faculty, students, and staff who have provided thousands of volunteer service hours.
One, two, three.
Happy 5th birthday, COD Cares!
Okay, he was right. He was right. That was great. That was very good.
So the purpose of the event today was to recognize all of the volunteers over the years who have supported COD Cares, and then also demonstrate the impact that we have had on the community over the last 5 years.
COD Cares is such an important component of the college community because it brings together students, faculty, and staff, many of whom would never interact because we're such a large institution. But all of this is in the name of service.
As we look 5 years later at all the incredible work that has really been done through the volunteers coming to our center, this is the reason why we're able to do what we do.
There are many employees and students who go above what's required of them in their job. They incorporate volunteerism into their curriculum or their daily job because they understand the intrinsic value. And this day during National Volunteer Week is to celebrate these people. That's why we are here today. So we are recognizing almost 130 people who have demonstrated this commitment to community. we had the Birthday in a Bag assembly project, and that will benefit Humanitarian Service Project. We put together all of what's necessary for a birthday party, and then the organization distributes them to the children.
It's just been an amazing journey, and I look forward to seeing what the next 5, 10, 15, and 20 years brings.
For more information about COD Cares or to become a volunteer, visit cod.edu/COD Cares.
My name is Devin Chambers. I'm a counselor here at the College of DuPage. I recently completed my doctoral degree in higher education, so I have a little bit more free time to spend on all the outdoor activities that I like to do when the weather's cooperating in Chicago. And I also have a 3-year-old daughter that I chase around and keeps me really busy. Every student has a goal, whether that goal could be a short-term certificate, a degree, transferring, whatever their goal is, making sure that they are being successful and have all the steps in place to be successful. Being a counselor, I always wanted to kind of give back and help people that were kind of similar to me, I guess, not really sure what I was studying, what I wanted to do, that I can kind of, empathize with, and I can kind of help them get to a point and show them that it is possible to advance in your career and to find a career that you love.
Coming up next, use your green thumb with College of DuPage's horticulture program. Images gives us an inside look at this growing field and how you can get your training right here at COD. But first, here's a small glimpse at what some of our local entrepreneurs are bringing to the market.
Thank you for joining us at our second annual Maker Market at the College of DuPage. What began as an idea to celebrate innovation has become now a tradition at the college through the sheer intellect of our students and the wide array of talent within DuPage County.
This is just a great opportunity overall to get feedback from people and just put yourself out there. I'm just throwing myself in the middle of the ocean and swimming back to shore a little bit. But it's good. It's a really, really good opportunity, and I just want to keep growing.
It's so great to see this diversity of different entrepreneurs, and I've had the fortunate opportunity to mentor some of the entrepreneurs that are here in other settings to see actually that their products are out here and how they're selling them, how they're discussing them. It's very encouraging.
Bust out of your comfort zone. Constantly push yourself to do things that you would never think you're going to do, because you get the results. Network, market, embarrass yourself, market, network.
In interviewing a lot of the students, I see that they have their craft figured out.
Sure.
But my advice would be to spend more time on the business side, to really create those systematic processes and systems to be able to grow. And I think that's what it takes to create that sustainability, right? Starting a company is one thing, but keeping that company alive is a whole nother thing.
Do something. Don't think it through to the end result. Go do it. If you believe in it and you get the backup that you need or can deserve, you can make it happen.
My name's Dr. Michael Duggan, and I'm a counselor for students with disabilities here at the college. I love video games, I love The Simpsons, I love cartoons, and caffeine. Anything caffeine related is my favorite thing to do. I think the best part about being a counselor is really the human connection you get to make with other students. You learn so much. Yeah? A good counseling relationship, when it works, is one where you're able to come from that relationship gaining as much as the student does. The tip I would give is to relax. A college can be a scary place, right? And you can feel really alone in it. You can feel really overwhelmed by it. But, the great thing about COD is there's so many supports here to help you. And by having a counselor, you have a person that you can always go to that will help you face those problems. So you're not alone in this process. And so there's no reason to be fearful, because there's always going to be an expert here to help guide you along the way.
So you're passionate about working with nature, science, and art. You have a desire to care for the environment and love the outdoors. And you want to be part of an industry that supports creativity, design, and sustainability. Let the horticulture program at College of DuPage help you get started working in a unique field where you can create your own niche. Horticulture is a growing industry with a constant need for new qualified workers to fill a wealth of diverse employment opportunities. There are over 2,000 new hires each year in the Chicago metropolitan area alone. Whether you're a recent high school graduate, looking for a career change, or simply wanting to increase your skills in specific areas, COD offers classes to fit just about anyone. And with a wide range of associate degree and certificate programs in horticulture, College of DuPage can help you reach your goals. The program is accredited by the National Association of Landscape Professionals and the Equipment and Engine Training Council, and serves a vast, growing student population each semester. Students are provided opportunities to develop knowledge and skills in a wide range of topics. Study areas that include hydroponics, greenhouse management, plant identification, horticulture business, turf management, landscape design, CAD and 3D design, small engine repair and maintenance, sustainable urban agriculture, floral design, and more.
My overall experience with the COD horticulture program has been really positive. I didn't know what to expect going in, but I've always heard the college has a good reputation, and it just exceeded all of my expectations. From the professors and the classes and the fact that it's super challenging and very hands-on. I'm really pleased. I think it's a great choice that I made, especially in such a major career change.
There's so much you can learn out and about, but COD provides you with so much other tools and the necessities you can have for working outside. And you can also bring another perspective from the class level to the actual field, working field.
My experience has been overwhelmingly positive. There's one professor in particular who's just been very supportive and really challenges us to address things that we normally take for granted and to find different ways to look at them.
Each instructor in the COD horticulture program is not only knowledgeable and passionate about horticultural practices, all have years of professional experience working in the industry and hold various certifications. And the advanced facilities at College of DuPage use the latest industry technology for students to gain hands-on, real-world experience in every class. The program continuously adapts to stay current and relevant to industry needs and has strong industry input, support, and involvement. Landscape design students learn and use the latest innovative CAD and 3D software to create business and residential landscape designs for mock clients. In our 12,000 square foot greenhouse lab, students have the opportunity to grow and propagate a variety of crops. They learn integrated pest management techniques, production practices, and plant identification. Students also learn and practice various sustainable initiatives.
The hands-on experience of the classes are what I love the most. I am definitely a very tactile learner, and being able to actually get my fingers in soil and get my fingers on plants really allows me to absorb the knowledge that's being taught.
I thought the facilities were really professional, and once I got to know the teachers, I just really was impressed by how passionate they are and how invested they are. A lot of them are working full-time in the industry, and so they bring that real-world experience to the classroom.
There is also a 1-acre outdoor landscape learning lab where students practice landscape construction, landscape maintenance, plant identification, pruning, and have a chance to develop landscape designs. And the newly constructed Sustainable Urban Agriculture Lab offers a hands-on approach to becoming a professional in the field of urban farming and sustainable urban agriculture. Opportunities for off-campus field experiences are offered as well. Students are able to attend conferences with peers and industry leaders, join in networking events, and even enter state and national competitions, including the National Collegiate Landscape Competition.
I think what COD does very, very well is they're always listening to the industry. It's definitely not an ivory tower program where academics aren't really sure what's happening on the street or happening out in the marketplace. They do a really good job connecting with our industry, using their alumni steering committee, using their alumni contacts, and trying to find ways that they can always be improving the program so that makes sense when people come out and say, oh, I learned that in school. I had an internship that covered that. We did a class that covered that. And that's really important because employers, that just makes their ears go up when they know, okay, this person's going to be able to hit the ground running.
Many students in the program pursue internships to gain valuable work experience in the industry, apply knowledge learned in the classroom, and earn college credit. The 3 associate degrees and many certificate options have an internship requirement.
It's been great. I mean, I really have hands-on experience tending to a bunch of different types of gardens. So it's great to be able to work with a bunch of different plant material and learn it really hands-on.
It's really helped me see what's out there. And I think that for young students, the internship is so beneficial, and College of DuPage really promotes that. It's part of their degree program. You get to work with people who you might be in the industry, talking to landscapers, talking to professionals, so it's a great experience.
Clubs and organizations are also a big part of college life. The COD Horticulture Club provides students with a connection to academics, topical sharing, hands-on experiences, and even community service opportunities. The horticulture program is designed with your schedule in mind, offering classes in every area during the day, evening, online, and hybrid format. Dual credit and online opportunities are also offered to local high schools for students that want to get a jump start on their career and earn college credits.
It is a very robust job market right now, and I think if students are open to obviously bringing their skills to the position, but also then being open to having those skills be deepened by their on-the-job training, they're going to be green industry professionals for a long, long time.
I would absolutely recommend the horticulture program to somebody else because it's affordable, they're willing to work around your schedule, and they have a breadth of knowledge that really is hard to find anywhere else.
I do recommend the horticulture department here at COD. If anyone wants to take any classes, by all means, it's a great experience to come here and be part of this college, and also the horticulture department. They can learn so much from it, and then for sure the professors are 100% awesome.
I would absolutely recommend the program. I think if you're straight out of high school and you're still deciding, or you're making a career change like I am, or you're in the industry and you just want to learn a little bit more, there's something for everybody. I think whatever your interest is in horticulture, there's a program or a certificate here for you, and I would absolutely recommend College of DuPage.
Students from the horticulture program at College of DuPage gain fundamental and advanced education and hands-on experience. Follow your desires. Do something that makes you happy every day. Consider a career in horticulture and explore the myriad of jobs that can make a difference in your life and the lives around you. To get started, visit cod.edu/horticulture.
As a student at College of DuPage, Lisa Buchholz loved her business and marketing classes and thought her career was set. But after taking a class to fulfill a general education requirement, her plans completely changed, sending her down a path that would ultimately lead her to winning a prestigious educator award. This is her story.
I also want to give a shout out to College of DuPage for forcing this marketing major to take an early childhood class. I instantly fell in love and I landed where I belong. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lisa Buchholz. I teach in School District 41 in Glen Ellyn. I am a 2018 recipient of the Golden Apple, and I'm proud to say that I went to COD. I ended up coming to COD because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I came here, and while I was here, I took a child care course. They told me that I had to go observe in a daycare center. And so I kind of reluctantly, okay, and I went and I would observe, and I didn't know that they had a two-way glass that they could see through. So they were actually watching how I would interact with kids when I was in the classroom. And then they offered me a job, and I ended up loving that job. So I absolutely think COD is the way that I found my job. It has that E on it. Said, give me 5Es. All right. I try to keep the learning fun by almost tricking them into thinking they're not learning. One activity I do in class to try to keep things fun is called Fact Flurry, and instead of just sitting there and practicing math facts, I put all the facts on paper snowballs and the kids throw them around and they go collect one and then they have to answer it. And so it just takes something that can be sort of mundane and boring and it makes it more fun. Receiving the Golden Apple Reward is really kind of humbling. I literally could not believe that I was a winner because as teachers we tend to second guess ourselves all the time and say, I didn't really do this well, or I need to do this better, or I'm not really good at this. But when something like this comes along, you kind of feel like maybe I kind of know what I'm doing, maybe I'm on that right track. So it just kind of makes you want to keep going and learn more and do better. And one thing I really loved about my early childhood background that came from that COD experience was that I got to see how much fun learning can be, and I try to always make sure that keeps coming through today in my classroom, that we keep having that amount of fun.
Hi, my name is Michelle Molina. I'm a counselor at College of DuPage. I went to Illinois State. I was a Redbird, and then I went on to get my master's degree at Argosy University. I like to spend a lot of time with family and friends. And I have found that yoga is a great practice. It helps me to relieve some stress and help clear my mind. I really love just talking to people. So counseling, it requires a lot more than just that, but I feel like just building the relationship, getting to know people, and that a lot of the students are willing to share personal information and trust me with some personal things. So I like to be able to really help other people. I think asking questions, I think that's probably the best thing in advocating for yourself. And that starts with looking at maybe what you might need and taking the steps to come into counseling. And you might feel a little uncomfortable, but usually when you meet with one of the counselors here, I think we try to help you to feel as comfortable as possible.
That wraps up this edition of Images. We hope you enjoyed this program from College of DuPage. And remember, with so much happening at COD, Images is a great way to stay on top of it all. Be sure to watch past episodes on demand at our website, cod.edu. Until next time, I'm Rio Almaria.